Oh yeah, I'm also gonna get to find out just how well my PC handles this. It's been a few years, so let's see if it's still worthy. Um, Let me turn my mic audio down just a little bit more. I'm gonna be super quiet, but you know what? I'm fine with that. Vinny, can you let me know if the audio sounds good?
Did you link your stream?
You should be able to just find it if you go to my channel. If you don't have my channel, I'll send it to you in
I
Discord.
don't.
Uh, there we go. And I'm almost gonna load into the game so I can get it to actually make some noise. Oh yeah, and if I recall correctly, this is actually the game that adds in the Jester, so I'm really excited to find him. Wait. Huh? Wait, what am I selecting here? Oh wait, I'm saving. Or am I loading? God, it's been so long since I've played. I took a look. Apparently, it's been like 3 months since I've played this.
Better get reacquainted fast, dude.
There they are! Oh yeah, just let me know if the audio sounds good.
I still don't have your stream. There it is.
Looks like we have an uninvited guest.
Is that so?
A human. A woman.
I'm afraid I should ask the uninvited one to leave. That is what you want. Actually, I happen to be acquainted with that woman. A storm is approaching.
He said it! He said the line, let's go! So wait, does that mean the song from Devil May Cry 5? Oh yeah, this is the thing. Is the song from Devil May Cry 5 sung from the point of view of...
You're a bit too quiet.
I'm a bit too quiet. Okay, I was worried I turned myself down a bit too low. Thank you for deafening, by the way, to just double check. Does that sound better? I'm not gonna like spray.
Yeah. Also, I'm sure you're aware of this, but I'm just letting you know our Discord icons and like
Yeah, they're
stuff
on the left.
is like, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can actually turn that overlay off.
Yeah, because it's gonna be on the gameplay otherwise.
Yeah, I don't want that on any replays. I don't care if people know we're in Discord call, but like that's gonna be annoying personally when I try to clip stuff later. But God, I already have so many things I want to say about that cutscene, but I have to figure this out.
I would
first.
say turn me down a tiny bit, but turn yourself up by at least 25 or 30%.
What's that? Wait, would that be? I think that's game overlay. Oh yeah, voice widget. This is what I want. Can I just turn that off? Let's see if I save that. And nice, got rid of it.
Don't forget to turn yourself up.
Again? Yeah, I can do that. Wait. Just testing how loud I can get. Turn that up, and then I'll turn you down. All right. Could you speak?
Hello?
Alrighty, I can still hear you. Alrighty.
You're still not loud enough, dude.
Alrighty. I'll turn it up to a cool. Oh, that's desktop audio. Wait. Turn it up to a cool. There we go. That should be very loud.
Like, if you listen to yourself on stream, which I don't recommend, because then your stream would hear you listen to yourself, which is why I would disable my Opera audio,
Is
but
that
like
is
the
that
problem
better?
is that I just want to say you're quieter than both me, and we're both now slightly quieter than your gameplay. You want to be louder than your gameplay. When I said turn me down, I'm in a small amount because I was like a
Oh
little
wait, I
overbearing
I
on your
I could
gameplay,
just turn
but
my game audio down.
that also works.
I'll turn that down. There we go. All right, and I'm gonna turn this back down a little bit. Move that out of my face because that's super bright. That should be a bit better now. So if you just want to give me another check, while I take a look at my style. So we have tank, DPS, and well, melee DPS, range DPS, and then stylish assassin. This is strange. I've never seen classes in a roguelike before. Not roguelike, hack and
a little
slash.
weird.
God, I keep confusing the two. I know the differences, but I just keep misspeaking. Did you say that sounds fine, Vinny?
I mean, it doesn't feel like you're changing it much at all, but it's fine for now.
Alrighty, yeah. Just to make double, triple sure, I'll just turn the game audio down a bit more. There we go. I mean, Vinny, how many hack and slashes have you played?
I can't say that I've played any at all. I did try
Kingdom Hearts counts.
Well, not just Kingdom Hearts, but I also did try, what was it called? I tried, what was it called? The rhythm tempo game you had me try.
Oh, Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush, yeah. So I tried Hi-Fi Rush a decent bit, but the problem is as I was getting into it, we started working, so I got off track and never finished it. And I forgot so much of the story to where if I tried it again, I would have to like redo it. Now the thing is I feel like as guys with ADHD, you and I struggle horrendously with rhythm games. Like, and Hi-Fi Rush is so different. I don't think it's that we're as bad with hack and slashes, but we really struggle with rhythm games. And
Part
that
of
was
it,
where
yeah.
yeah.
Part of it, at least personally for me, I struggled a lot when I first started out on Friday Night Funkin' is because building up the muscle memory to like control is really difficult. Because once I have that built up, I can play fairly well. Is that gonna hurt me? No, I just can't go in. What's the interact button again? It's B. Okay, gotcha. Well, not well. Yeah, it's B. Gotcha. So wait, does that mean the song "I Am the Storm That's Approaching" is sung from Dante's point of view? Because they said a storm is approaching, but I'm assuming they weren't referring to Virgil. So is the storm me, or is it just the battle?
That's a good question.
Also, this first level with the camera angles in a castle gives me really big nostalgia for the start of Devil May Cry 1.
Oh, they still doing the thing to where depending on where you are in the level, they'll just randomly flip your camera. Yeah, okay.
Well, that's just part of the game design at its core. That hasn't changed.
So this is something that was in the first Resident Evil game. I have seen gameplay of the first one, and I played a few of them. As I said, I'm pretty sure this game was initially intended to be part of the Resident Evil franchise with a different character subset before they made it its own franchise. But yeah, this is so Resident Evil coded, man. It's actually unreal.
Oh, that's
like
quick swap.
Design
Gotcha.
and stuff like. The thing is, though, as I can tell, this is them starting to give it its own like franchise because the level design is now much more like. It looks a lot less like actual city work and more like, you know, fantasy and demon oriented, which, well, at least what we believe that to be in the early 2000s.
Please,
Like,
please, Vinny, they're devils.
Please, what was it with the early 2000s and having like cathedrals and like elements of Christianity and church and like, you know, all these like, or Catholicism and stuff. With all these different, like, those glass-stained windows. And
I want to say I don't see it, but now that you bring it up, I realize that was another aspect that echoed a lot in Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. It's so strange. I think I can go in there. I can.
It was just a time period, but I'm wondering why it was part of the time period. I wonder what other games this was mimicked in. I feel like if you and I played more PS2 games, we would see a lot more of these aspects.
I think it was part of their push to, like, make the game seem more serious.
No, that can't be it, because why would Kingdom Hearts implement that if it's about a goofy hack and slash with some kid, right?
Wait, so I can... But how do I... There's like a way to like thrust forward. Let me take a look at the controls. Control... Change gun, devil trigger. Nice, nice, nice. Melee attack, shoot, style, action. Which mine in this one is dash because I'm playing trickster. So would it be like a dash stab is what I'm looking for? Oh, wait. There we go. I've got B and A flipped on this control compared to the one I play on Metal Gear. So every time I get this controller under my hands, it's like I'm learning the game again. I really should fix that. So if I do that. I had the controls down at one point because... Oh, there it is. And if I hit that, I believe I can mash Y to stab multiple times. It's just fascinating, though. It's part of the reason why I started streaming this is because I really like seeing the way these gameplay elements are echoed into further games. Like, I didn't know the style mechanic for League in Samir's Kit and Hi-Fi Rush came from Devil May Cry, because I'd never played Devil May Cry.
But, like, I mean, like, surely you knew that, like, after you started playing it.
I saw the memes, so I figured out that this game had a style mechanic in it, but I didn't know this was the game where it came from.
Samira's whole character is like heavily inspired by Dante, from like the gunblade and stuff to like the style.
She's
to,
basically
like,
just
Slayer
gender
and
bent
Devilish,
Dante,
like,
yeah.
She literally is. She's just a play on that character in this whole game.
But it's interesting because, like, I even see, like, not just in the style portion, but even the attacks are echoed in other games. Like, I believe the jackpot shot that they did in the first game to finish off the devil is the move that Peppermint and Chai use in Hi-Fi Rush. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's one of the team-up moves they have. And if that's true, that's awesome.
I do think that a lot of these games, they take inspiration from, like, I don't want to say, like, the greats, but you know the greats, like, the ones that pioneered their franchises, so they do give, like, they do pay respects to those games by putting in references to them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would totally make sense to me if Hi-Fi Rush referenced this game. Which is kind of crazy, but it's like, this game that has to be, like, what, 19, 18 years older than Hi-Fi Rush? It totally makes sense that some people who developed that game would have grown up playing hack and slashes like this and been inspired to make their own.
Absolutely. Oh my god. Dude, I thought the first game was edgy. The music in this turns the edge factor up into, like, 11.
I think that the early 2000s had a lot of edgy content going around, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think
It's not.
Cool if executed right.
I think part of the reason why the edge factor there too was because, like, that was before gaming was seen as like an acceptable recreational hobby for adults.
Yeah, I do think that at this point in time, still most of their audience was going to be children. Although that's the interesting thing is
Oh, that's so over the top. I love it.
Bro, it's so fucking goofy.
Like, look at this.
You have nunchucks, or you're just wielding like a nunchuck?
No, those are nunchucks. They're iced nunchucks. They're,
you got this from the dog you killed in the previous game?
Yeah, his name was, well, he's like a play on Cerberus.
This does have, like, inter-game continuity with weapons and stuff.
No, not from a different game. Not from a different game. From earlier in the game.
No, wait, I thought you're saying that you're picking back up in the same game? I thought you already beat the other game.
No, this is Devil May Cry 3. I beat Devil May Cry 1, and I skipped Devil May Cry 2 after giving it an honest, like, hour or 2 hours of my time.
But didn't you get the nunchucks in Devil May Cry? Wait, didn't you get the nunchucks in Devil May Cry 1?
Wait, were there nunchucks in...
Yeah,
no, there weren't.
Yeah.
No, there weren't.
You haven't played this game yet, though, right?
No, I have. I told you. I played this game in my off time, and I beat the first boss. Then I stopped playing it.
Oh, so was the first boss the Cerberus one?
Yeah, he was like a three-headed dog, but instead of being fire-themed, he was ice-themed. So I get ice nunchucks that have 3 heads on them instead of 2. But, you know, that's kind of clever. I like that. I want to give the nunchucks a try as well. I don't want to just lean too hard into the sword aspect. I leaned way too hard into one like fight style in the first game. It wasn't until I started giving the other styles an honest try when I was already halfway through the game I realized not only were they fun, they were kind of strong. So I'm going to try to be a bit more forgiving there.
I feel like that's something that people do in a lot of games, so they get used to what they're comfortable with. This even like plays over into League. I don't know if you knew this, but Alois, the Mundo One Trick, he was a real hardcore top lane player, but recently he started his ADC art, and he said he's like unironically loving it, and he doesn't know when he'll go back to top lane. He's done nothing but like ADC coaching and play ADC for like the past like month. He's been making a lot of good clips on Kai'Sa and Ezreal, and it's like my point being is that like, when you limit your viewpoint of playing the game, you overlook these different aspects that you might even end up loving, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It also just helps you
felt-
get more knowledge about the game.
Kind of like the avatar and bending and stuff.
Oh wait, it's too heavy, I get it. That's why it didn't go up. It's too heavy, I gotta break these. Isn't like Resident Evil also pretty puzzle themed? Because this game's very puzzle themed.
It is. Resident Evil is extremely puzzle themed, and it becomes a lot more apparent in their later games. It's not very combat oriented. I mean, it does have combat, right? But it's like, it's much more of a puzzle and storytelling game. I would say this one leans a lot more into action and combat. Resident Evil does not have nearly as much combat as this game does in its later games, in my opinion.
Yeah, which is part of why I don't think I'd like it. It's just like a horror story themed puzzle game. And that's like, the story is the main thing I'd probably be playing for, honestly.
Honestly, I've never been much of a horror fan. I mostly play for story, but I will say, I like feeling emotions because you and I live kind of monotonous lives, so that's why I love playing FNAF, because it made me feel feelings I never knew I had before. Like, the level of fear, FNAF VR put into me, I genuinely don't know if I could ever feel that level of fear playing a video game again. It was horrifying.
I should give it a try sometime. I don't think I played through most of it.
You really should. FNAF VR was so much fun, dude. It was... Because after a while, after you've seen all the scares, like, it's still, like, putting you on edge because you don't know when it's coming, but you start becoming this machine that locks in, so to speak. It's so cool. At least that's how I felt. Because I was playing the, on the FNAF 2 game, you know, the one where it's, like, got Toy Cheek and stuff? They had the, Night 5 and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was hard enough, but then when you do like the 6th night, dude, that was insane. Because they had like, there was this one robot that would pop up for a split second, and you had to react within a split second or it would instantly kill you. And every time I reacted to it perfectly, it made me feel like I was like, quote unquote, locked in, so to speak.
Yeah.
The reason I say this is I feel like a lot of video games struggle with this, is giving like what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you know when you do something in a video game and you get feedback for doing it to encourage you to do it right?
I actually just saw a video about that today. You know what's interesting is, I don't know what the word for it is. Also, that's definitely a blue orb up there. Wait, let me see if I can...
Well, I think the thing is that why I found FNAF so satisfying to play in VR is it gave a lot of that positive feedback, because... there was a lot at stake if you would lose. Is it would
the positive feedback is you don't get a heart attack.
It's the thing is fear is a surprisingly good motivator.
Yeah,
a lot of video games motivate you with fear.
You know what's fascinating is Don't Starve Together actually explored the concept of like motivation when it comes to a reward for doing well in a video game, and they actually disliked it when they were initially making their game. They actually had like a quest line in the early iterations of Don't Starve Together and Don't Starve, but they removed it because it made the game become more of a checklist instead of actually just like learning things for yourself. So they had to figure out how to draw the line between not telling players too much but not telling them so little that they don't know what to do.
Interesting.
They actually cited a research that was done on the downsides of adding achievements into games. And don't get me wrong, they're not all bad, but at least for the purposes of developing Don't Starve Together, they didn't want to primarily be focused on that, which I think is very fascinating. Just like taking one of the main core aspects of video games that exist at your time and saying, how about we don't do that? Did you know that...
The interesting thing is that's how you make like not necessarily a new genre game, but you can define the aspects of a genre so well, is when you challenge pre-existing concepts. I think that's how like different like video game types came to be. Is a video game saw something, and then some people who were in the creative process realized we don't like that for our specific style of game, and they ended up designing a whole new genre. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
kind of like music. You pick out the aspects you do like, you remove what you don't like, and in doing so, you iterate upon the previous existing, versions of that.
I just realized I'm getting massive Metroidvania vibes from this game, because this game expects you to go through like a pre-laid out castle, at least in the 2 games I've played so far. Beat a whole bunch of monsters in it, then go through that castle like 3 more times over the course of your gameplay.
That's the thing about Resident Evil. I kind of really
There's a
dislike,
jump
is
attack
there-
with these?
Resident Evil had so much backtracking, especially in the later games. It scaled down the amount of combat, and it increasingly scaled up the amount of running around and puzzle solving. And I get it. If you want me to explore your world, it's very beautiful. But when I've seen it for the 50th time running past to go get piece for puzzle A from area B to area C, D, E, F, G, it's like it gets really old really quick.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm not saying all the games in that franchise are a good game. I'm saying, for me specifically, I just couldn't.
So wait, did you actually play the Resident Evil franchise, or did you just watch other people play it? Not saying that's a bad way to experience it, but I'm just
two of
curious.
the games in the franchise, and especially, I can't remember if it was the second or third game I played, but with one of the games, the intro is so early 2000s coded. It's literally there's an outbreak of this zombie-like virus in the city, and you're running around a building that's on fire and falling apart. You jump out a window, land in the street. All the cars in the street are on fire. And keep in mind, this is COD of Duty level graphics, right? With the cars on fire and stuff. That's how it looks. And then it's there's zombies in the street shambling at you, running past them, shooting them, pushing them over. And then as you're running down the street, a plane behind you, a passenger airline plane is falling into the field, and you have to run away from it before it crashes. It catches on fire and explodes in a ball of death. It was so 2000s coded, man.
What do you? Oh man, you know that reminds me of vaguely. That reminds me of that video game you and I played, the first one we played on PlayStation 2. Do you remember what it was?
You mean the one where you're running around in the city and it's
It's derelict and you're like some demon-looking thing or whatever.
Yeah, the demon-looking thing. Yeah, I remember the game you're talking about. I can't name it off the top of my head. I've wondered about that game for years now.
Because I'm like, were we just very dumb? Because it wasn't very engaging, but it's were you and I just dumb and we didn't understand it?
I think that's the thing about that game is if I remember correctly, it was a well put together game and it had a decent budget value. But the problem being is and I do think a lot of PlayStation games struggle with this. This isn't a time where video games were still a booming market. That game, along with a lot of other PS2 games, kind of struggled to give positive feedback to the player and encourage them or show them how the game was meant to be played. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With some games, it literally gives you instructions point A to point B. Some games, Don't Starve Together, kind of expect you to figure it out. That game, you and I were given no positive or negative feedback, so we were never pushed in a good or bad direction. We just wandered around for hours until we got bored of it and okay, let's play a game that actually tells us what to do.
Yeah.
There may have also been a difference in budget because I don't remember enough about the game to remember if it had even a good budget, but oh my god, that game was so bad.
From what I'm seeing, I've only been playing this game for a couple hours. Oh, first boss time. No, technically second boss. It's a loud and a gross sounding one at that. That's so loud. Holy crap. I'm gonna have to fix my personal game audio for that. Can I go in its hole? No, I can't, but it does. Okay, I am able to shoot it and hit it.
What the fuck is this boss, dude?
I guess it's some centimeter. Oh my god, the arachnophobes are gonna be terrified this game.
Holy shit, that thing's mouth is weird.
It's so loud. It's so loud.
Yeah, those lightning balls remind me so much of World of Warcraft type graphics, dude.
I actually kind of am getting those Rune vibes in this game, and I like that.
I really miss this era of graphics, dude. I miss it so much.
It was an art. The thing is, I don't know if you've seen Circle Tune's video about it, but he makes a really interesting video about how high fidelity isn't necessarily better than stylized graphics, and in fact, it usually is the opposite.
I do think that this kind of art style doesn't dictate the quality of the game. I think so many people got caught up in pursuing more realistic graphics. They thought it could substitute for good gameplay, and it just can't. It just cannot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is not a substitute.
Stop shooting at
for
me! I'm sure there's a lock-on button, but I can't remember what it is.
A little lock-in button. Yeah, it's time
A
to
lock-in button? That's crazy. That's what
You
lock-on
said
was
that,
this
mate.
entire time.
The lock-in is just when you lock on. I mean, the lock-on is just when you start to lock in.
I keep getting the controls wrong, and it's making this boss fight take so long.
Fine, give it time. It'll get better.
Alright.
Yeah, I've been more nice to already playing League recently. Like, man, is Vinny really capable of this?
This doesn't sound like
Yeah.
you.
It's just you guys give me positive feedback when I do funny shit, and the funny shit tends to be me. It's like, what do you expect?
Okay, so I see. I'm just reflecting his projectiles back at it when it goes higher, because when it goes higher, it does the electric attack. I had no idea I could do that. But now I'm on the bottom floor again. Alright, I think it's Y is what I need to do. This is such an easy boss fight. I should not be struggling with this as much as I am. But I'm just bad.
I mean, you haven't played in a while. Give it. I'm sure if this was you playing a month ago, this would be way easier.
Absolutely. Maybe not. Maybe I was always bad. I'm gonna die at this rate because I didn't know what I was doing for the first 5 minutes.
Memes are the essence of the soul, Jack.
God, Metal Gear Rising was such a good game, and this Devil May Cry 1 didn't always do that, but there were a few moments in Devil May Cry 1 where I thought to myself, man, this is actually really fun. Like, this feels very stylish, which I guess is the point. That's the entire point of the style meter. What I'm saying is,
That's the thing about
Metal Gear Rising had me like that constantly.
Yeah, it was just so well designed in that regard. Where this is the thing I'm talking about once again. It gave you a lot of positive feedback when you played the game. It was supposed to be played like parrying and stuff. The whole game is about just timing your parries perfectly. The thing is, you're never going to deal as much damage as the enemy does on a singular attack combo, but that's not the point. The point is you block a million attacks while slowly chipping at them with another million attacks, whereas them hitting you through 1 or 2 good attacks could kill you. You know what I mean?
Wait, did I restart the mission? God dang it.
And the game's meant to be like that. Anyway, yeah. Also, I do think I'll be taking PTO tomorrow. I haven't decided on it, but I think I will.
What are you going to do with your day off?
Just honestly relax. The past 2 days have been so stressful. They took at least a day off my fucking life, man.
Yeah, that's fair. What does this have to say? Nothing, but I have a feeling this big glowing hieroglyphic wall is, or ruined wall is going to be very important.
Yeah, that's a quest item if ever I've fucking seen it.
I know that thing's going to pull apart and reveal the final boss.
It's gonna reveal a boss, if nothing else. That's the thing is, I can't help but wonder, are you gonna progress to new parts of the map and never see this part again, or are you gonna see this up until the very last boss fight?
If it's anything like the first Devil May Cry, I'm going to loop through most parts of this castle at least 2 times.
Damn. So it is like a Metroidvania.
Yeah. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's not my preferred part of playing video games, is having to loop back. Oh man, these things suck to fight. I also don't think I grabbed that very obvious key item that's in the top room when I was here last time. Or interact with anything else in here now that I'm looking at it. No, I just killed everything in here and I moved on. I'm very much a fool. Oh, that's Gunslinger. That's why I haven't seen the option for that yet. Repeatedly press X near downed enemy or million stab. Gotcha.
A million? Dude, Just seeing the hack and slash gameplay with that music would go so fucking hard.
Exactly. That's why you should play it.
I really should play Hi-Fi Rush again. Maybe I'll play some tomorrow.
I think that'd be fun.
I really want to educate myself more about game design, and then even like TCGs like Legends of Runeterra. I kind of want to know what makes it good and what makes it bad.
Yeah, that's part of why I've been playing so many of these games. Because I found out, man, it's fun. It's fun learning.
Means I'd have to play Hearthstone, man. I wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, I'd have to
You
play
definitely
it,
should
play
see the
Yu-Gi-Oh,
origins.
play Pokemon. I think that's one of the problems I have with Yu-Gi-Oh and getting into it is that it's so and like.
Wait, what? I have no idea how I did that. Dude, I knocked the guy prone. I jumped on his back and I slid him around on the floor. I just like surfed on him.
That's awesome.
And Dante even said a little woo when he did it. God, I love the energy of these games so much. It's all so unnecessary and I love it.
Well, it's all about style, Diego. That's the whole name of the game.
It is very stylish. The music's getting better, but it's still a little underwhelming. I don't think it keeps up with the style of the game quite yet, but holy moly, this game is really fun. The charm that oozes from Dante when he does stuff like that is just so infectious. I can't help but smile. It's also interesting that the red hands break whenever we fight off all these enemies, because to my knowledge, in the previous game, we had to break red hands by using red orbs, and in this game, we have to, the doors that had gray hands are broken by beating enemies. That's what I'm trying to say. Also, it seems like this is a key item that I need to do something with, but I have to do it in another room. This was a puzzle I saw in a different room in the first game as well. It's like you have to like turn a wheel in a different room and it opens the cage in the middle here. And it looks like it's going to be timed as well, which is going to suck. Might not be, but it reminds me of that puzzle. There was like a water room that had like a timed gate. Wait, I gotta break all these first. Oh wait, that means I get to break this thing open again. Oh, wait, am I doing it wrong? Why am I not? Wait. Can I not? Oh, I don't do it by holding, I do it by mashing. Gotcha. God, they really do just love smacking their hand on the bottom half of the piano at random times in these castles, huh? I heard that, Doug. Darn, darn.
Reminds me of some of the stingers from fucking Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. Yeah, it's just a stinger. That's what it is.
I don't know, I feel like that's the weird thing about this game's art style is that it's just like real life art, is nobody really gives a damn about art or expressing yourself. People just care about how much it's worth. I feel like when people put more money into the graphics, they feel like that justifies such an insane price increase that they don't really care about making a game that's good. They just care about making one that looks like it's good and worth a lot of money so they can sell for a lot of money, you know what I mean?
They're like, we made a great game. I think the term you're looking for is you made a high-fidelity visual experience. You didn't make a game, you made a movie. Not a very fun one at that.
A movie is good. Call of Duty's not a movie. Like, what I'm saying is, like, a lot of the Call of Duty games...
Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad, you're right.
Huge budget.
I'm giving the impression that there's actually good story there. I say all this, by the way, fully knowing I haven't played a actual Call of Duty game aside from Call of Duty Zombies a day in my life. I should probably actually give them a try before talking smack.
You should mention you played Black Ops 2, that's what you mean to say.
And, well, in particular, I only played the Zombies mode. I didn't even play, like,
the Call of Duty game that ever existed.
Is that canon? Like, does the community actually usually agree? I say community because, again, I haven't actually played Stained
opinion on Black Ops 2. It's like arguably that and Modern Warfare were some of the best and last good games that franchise ever put out.
I believe they're like some of the most influential games of all time, right? Like they're very big when they
Yeah.
dropped.
So, and this is something I wanted to mention. Is the reason why I say that is because then think about this game specifically and the way I redefined its genre. When you think about Call of Duty and its subsequent like not predecessors, but it's like
The movement in this map feels a lot better. Like I looked up there and I was like, oh, this is gonna be hell to do, but no, like the jumps are much easier.
Let's say you have a bloodline of people. How would you refer to someone who's higher up in your bloodline that you were born from, like your grandfather?
I would be their successor, right?
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Like, that's not the right word, but it's close enough. So, like, the successors of that franchise, just the thing is that they had just as big, if not a higher budget in some aspect than those original games, but they sold significantly less copies and got significantly worse reviews. My point being is that despite having technically more realistic graphics, the games performed worse, and I think that's because a lot of games became more worried about looking pretty than actually being good quality. That's why I think that if you had a game with a good enough like concept and story, and you put PS2 graphics on it, it could still outsell some of those games. Like Undertale is arguably one of the most like highly rated and best-selling games of all time. And
But the art style was like very underwhelming compared to what a lot of modern games are putting out.
Very underwhelming. It is like one of the most like minimal art styles you could argue. It's a pixel game, and even the pixels compared to Deltarune aren't that good. Like, have you seen the combat box by Deltarune standards? You look at it from a Deltarune perspective, like, man, that's so old and bad, but at the same time, it is like one of the most influential games that you and I have ever seen released in our time. My point going to say is that I think that a lot of video games get caught up in like putting on airs rather than actually holding substance, you know what I mean? And this is something that Dingle Quandalius was talking about in our
D&D campaign.
Is that I feel like sometimes people like Ari's character get so caught up in putting on the airs and looking the part that there's no substance or meaning behind their words. They care more about looks than they care about substance. That's the difference between my character and Ari's characters. I care more about quality and such.
Dude, is this real-time footage of what it's like to just walk into Britain? Like, God, I fell into a hole and I'm immediately getting stabbed.
Bro, they got so many.
Average American in a British parking lot. Wait, no, they don't have parking lots. They don't have cars like we do.
What was it about like early 2000s games and having like sewers? Like they love their sewers, man.
It's like they have to make everything gritty, and how do you get a good atmosphere? Sewers. Also, look at all the bones. An inhuman amount of bones.
Like you can even say this with Kingdom Hearts. Why did so many of these games of the time period like waterways and gated waterways at that?
I guess they like showing off their water graphics. I think that was like a large point of contention. Is like, who had better water graphics? Water graphics were very hard to do back then.
I will say, a lot of characters back then, like a lot of villains had Scythe. The Scythe were edgy and evil and scary.
On top of that,
that's so sad.
Yeah, wait, which one's Dash?
Oh, fucking just face plants like Mordekaiser.
Yeah. That thing in the middle, I hate that thing. It's so loud. It also, no, stop knocking me towards him.
You're gonna die, aren't you?
Nope, I'm fine. I remembered how to dash. I just figured out the button before I came down here, and then I used it accurately, so I'm learning. This is another thing that helps with the replay factor, is like, the combat already feels like it's hard to, like, I'm hesitant to say it feels better, because it insinuates the combat in the first Devil May Cry was bad. It wasn't bad. It was solid as a starting point. So I think they improved upon it so well. Replaying through these, like, sections doesn't feel like a chore anymore, Rich. Like, playing through fights for the first time in the first Devil May Cry game were fun and engaging, but like when you do it for the third or the second time, it's like, oh man, just let me move on already. But I'm not feeling that way here, because this is just fun to do. It's like an arcade game. I could do this all day.
I'm sure you'll feel different after a while, but that's good that you do feel that way for the time being.
And I think it's part of it is because, like, I'm hoping the rate they gave me this first pair of weapons is going to be continued. Like, if they're continuously giving me new weapons that I'm not forced to choose between using, then that'll be a very fun way of doing it. Because Devil May Cry 1, they gave you, like, a different sword option and then a different sidearm option, but you only ever got to use those two at once. But I get to swap between a sword, a nunchuck, and guns. It's already a whole more option than the first game, and if they keep going with that, I think it'll be very fun swapping between all of those weapons in the middle of a fight. Let's see, so I came through the yellow door, time to go through the red door. And now it's time for the boss fight. So, Y is attack, B is jump, A is dash. I need to immediately jump down onto this thing's back and start striking it. Nice damage.
Huh.
Oh man, the way this thing moves, first of all, unsettling as hell. They did a really good way at making a creepy bug. But also, it makes it really hard to get on top. Also, God, the sound of all this ice breaking is so loud. My poor ears.
You can turn the video game audio down. I think it just means that the game audio in general just kind of poorly balanced, which is fair.
It is.
To be fair, this game's going to have its ups and its downs, so I think that is one good critique you can have so far, is the audio is poorly balanced.
Because, like, look at this. My ears, they bleed. It also could just be me being sensitive to certain audio frequencies. Like, this is just more of a me thing, but whenever I play any game, I find myself constantly adjusting audio, so that could also just absolutely be a me thing. This probably is something that, like, regular Devil May Cry fans just absolutely fawn over. Which, holy crap, I did a lot of damage to him with that spinning attack. I wish I could do it more often, but I suck at executing it. Take cover! Wait, dash, 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 dash. I can dash. I gotta remember this. Because I can hit those back to him, but it also does shocking damage to me. So it's like a health toll I pay to just do the fight faster. Come back on out, ugly. Yeah, that's the move. Look at that damage. Oh, wait, I'm way too far up. Dodge. Dodge. Dodge! Oh, I actually parried him. I got style points for it. Alright. Just gotta get up here, he'll come back out, and then I'll drop on top of him, and he should be dead. Oh, wait. Is he gonna come back? You better not come back. No, he's dead. Okay, good. Defeat Gigapede. That's a wild name.
I mean, it's a big centipede.
At least I'm up to date on my entomology. I can successfully identify a gigapede when I see it. Ugh, the thing, like, actually proper infested this room for who knows how long. That's why all those holes are bored in here, and that's why there's this dripping, slimy gunk. Yeah. Like, where do they find these places? Like, the first place was a castle in the middle of somewhere that had accounts of people written that lived there that didn't realize they were living, like, on top of a portal to hell, so they were just constantly, oh, hey, idle animations. I love it when games do that. He, like, scratched...
What's the animation look like?
Wait, I'm gonna turn around and see if he does it again. But, like, he just scratched his head, then crossed his arms and just stared. So, wait, I want to see if he does his idle animation again.
Wonder if he has just the one idle animation or if he has multiple.
Now it goes into a looping idle animation. He crossed his arms and he's
his
tapping
head,
his foot.
I see it. He scratched his head, tapped his foot. Interesting. Is he tapping and beat to the music? I feel like that'd be a little too on point.
No, this is really slow music. He's so impatient. Which, fair, in a fast-paced game like this dude isn't expecting to stand and wait around. Incandescent space. Well, give me the incandescence then. Astronomical board. An astrological device which displays the endless void, said to be powered by time. Ooh, cutscene. Nope, we're trapped. Another boss fight so soon? I mean, I appreciate the attempt, but a spinning kick to open a door?
Bit extra, I'll be honest.
Yeah, but that's what I'm here for. I love it. It's him! Let's go!
It's the man himself.
Oh, wait. Better listen to what I say. This tower here is very sturdy. You see, your tricks will do no good.
I will admit the game audio is a bit quiet. It's kind of hard to hear him speak.
Or I'll pierce that big nose.
Dude, I love him already.
That could be a problem. Just hear me out. You've got nothing to lose, right? My name is Jester, and I know a thing or two about.
Oh, his name's actually Jester.
That thing there is a power generator for this entire sector. In order to open the door, you'll need to apply a little something to it first. Do you know what that is, kid? Or is that too difficult for you? Get to the point, or do you want to keep on dancing?
Oh my god!
Actually, I prefer a sword to be my partner. May I have this dance, my lady?
Oh my god. That made like a split-second sound effect of us slicing through him.
Is what the something is. Remember that, kid. Write it down on your hand if you don't trust your head.
What? What?
Thanks. You still piss me off, though.
God, I
Dancing
love.
his way out of the fucking level.
Yeah, the way he just like moonwalked. What was that? Did he moonwalk his way out of the level on the roof while we shot at him?
I mean, he's not wrong though, but this reminds me of the way that I'm a smartass to you and Ari when we play League.
God, that was so funny. I really hope he's in Devil May Cry 5. I really hope he's in Devil May Cry 5.
Dang, I got some bad news for you.
Don't tell me we kill him. He's done nothing wrong
pretty-
to us. He's only helped us.
Remember that, kid. Write it down on your hand if you don't trust your head.
Let's see. Oh, Trickster's leveling up. I see. That's what that bar is. Oh, I have a shotgun? Since when? Oh, but I have to pick and choose. Wait, no, I can just swap between these. Gotcha. I hope. Can I level up Cerberus? I'm having a lot of fun with Cerberus right now. Oh, wait, no, I'm just picking. Oh, wait a minute. Can I only have 2 arms equipped at once? 2 of each? Interesting.
Oh, by the way, Diego, I was gonna say, I don't know if you knew this, but they added in an interesting mechanic with tridents into Minecraft.
Oh, what's that?
So the thing is that when you lunge at something to attack, you can pierce through other entities unintentionally, because while you target one mob, you're just hitting whatever you go through. The reason I say this is this means that friendly fire is essentially enabled for the weapon. This includes with mobs. Meaning, if you give a zombie a trident and it attempts to pierce, like, oh, say, a villager, it will kill any mob that gets in the way. Now, this is actually game-changing for automatic farms, because if you didn't know this, when a zombie attacks with a weapon, it applies the enchantments, including but not limited to fire aspect. This also means, say, for example, if your trident had, oh, I don't know, looting, the zombie can kill any mob in the game and apply looting.
Oh, cool.
You get what I'm saying?
You can have zombies do farming for you?
Literally, it's the first like looting entirely automatic farm design that we've ever had in Minecraft. It is literally game changing.
Cool. Also, how's the stream doing? It seems to be doing good on my end. Like,
I did mention the game audio when you were having that cutscene was a little quiet, but the game audio in this game in general is just poorly balanced.
yeah, I think it's just gonna have to deal with it being quiet. Let's do mission start. I'm having a lot of fun, man. I'm so glad I picked this back up. I can't believe it was 3 months since I played.
Destroying the luck for me, devil boy.
No.
Welcome to hell. Please accept my gift. Don't be humble. Just take it. After all,
Is that the Jester who did that?
Oh man, we're definitely gonna kill that Jester, and I'm not happy about that. He's not gonna be in Devil May Cry 5.
He's definitely not gonna be
Oh
in
my
Devil May
god,
Cry
why are
5.
you so cool?
Well, isn't that special? To be honest, I was expecting something a little better than this.
Oh, he's so edgy. Oh, they split? Oh, they split. That could be a problem. To quote Gesture. I keep wanting to say Gesture. It's Jester.
That could be a problem.
Nice subtle character design by having his like voice get nasally when he had his nose covered.
Yeah, that was a nice touch.
How am I supposed to like hurt these things?
I'm not quite sure. I'm just building in Minecraft right now.
Oh wait, I have to shoot them until they turn to stone? Or did he just do that randomly? Alright, that seems to be what I have to do. Interesting. I do like to actually make different mechanics for these enemies so I don't just do the same thing for every single one. Come on, fall out of the sky, buddy. I remember the first time I encountered any creatures with different mechanics like them, it was the like weird shadow dog from the first game. And I hated it because like you don't unlock an entry for a monster that tells you how to beat it until after you kill at least one of them. So I had to figure it out on my own. So the way I just killed the first one was I just used a jar of holy water. Oh, gesture portal. Jester.
welcome to hell. Or you can expect the striking from me. Expect the striking from me.
Oh, what fresh hell is this? Oh, he's invincible. Do I have to hit the green one? Alrighty, round 2, funny man. I gotta say, I love the style with which you do everything, guy. I'm so sad I have to kill you. Okay, I only got hit by 1 there. Not so bad. Oh my god, the noises they got this voice actor to do. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's so silly. And he's also not actually bleeding. He's dropping confetti every time I hit him. So, you know, maybe we won't end up killing him. Oh, I can still damage him when he's in this fighting form. Got him.
Oops.
He's gonna... Oh, he's gonna be trolling us so much throughout this game, and I'm so excited for that. I don't even know if a guy like him can ever properly be killed, but God, I hope not. That's funny. The joke will get old eventually, but not for a while. You still there, Vinny?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Alrighty. Oh, man. I'm about to die. So wait, was I not supposed to come in here? What if I go through here? So I go through here? I fully have no idea what I'm supposed to do with this item. Wait, I can check my inventory, can't I? Said to be powered by time. Do I go to the, like, that time statue thing?
Wizard?
Like, I'm kind of losing the, Did I
You're losing
taunt?
the plot a little bit.
Yeah, I'm losing my, bearings. What am I exactly doing here? Cool. I guess I just have to go back up there and keep fighting. Keep progressing, try at least. A rune wall, but this one's blue. one's yellow. I feel like I've already fought in the blue room before. I mean, I guess I could go back. Feels like no matter what I do, I always take a little bit of chip damage in these fights. Oh, wait. Do I need it for this room?
I don't.
Luminescent item shines brightly through the cage. To the being with the will of the thunderstorm, I bestow the soul of the steel. Oh, okay. I need whatever's in there to get through the room where it says I need to steal my soul. And to get that, I need to get the will of the thunderstorm. Isn't, like, Dante's entire vibe, not Dante, Virgil's entire vibe, storms and stuff, though?
Okay. I don't know if I can make this automatic, but this would be peak. So, Diego, you know how I have that gold farm in Minecraft, right?
Yeah.
I captured 2 piglins near it. I don't know how they managed to spawn up here, but I have 2 piglins caged now. And I just realized something in my head. If I could make it to where... Wait, hold on.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, if I could make it to some way to where any gold crafted by the farm automatically dispenses into the piglin, I could then make it to where they drop any items they get into hoppers beneath them, which then go into chests. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Style
There's some food
level
for
up.
thought.
Hold the left stick in any direction and press B while in midair. I can double jump? Perform dash maneuver 2 times in rapid succession, so I can do... Oh, that's just like the dash from Hi-Fi Rush. Again, more parallels between this and Hi-Fi Rush and Skystar. Oh, I can do an air dash and a double dash on the ground. I see. I see why they start you off on Trickster. This thing's entire gimmick is movement. In most video games that are combat-oriented, movement is your best friend. So, you know, it makes sense. Chamber.
What are your notes on the game so far? How do you feel about it so far?
It still has some issues that I take with Devil May Cry 1. This is probably partially due to my own inattentiveness more than anything. I still struggled to get through a lot of the missions, but this isn't nearly as bad as it was in the first game. The first mission, I was properly lost and spending like twice as long in most missions as I should. I've already cruised through a couple missions fairly easily. I feel like the main issue I'm running into right now is I'm just not paying attention on what I should be doing. Oh, cool. The blood spatter from the bird is still there, and it makes an S on the wall. I like that. That's good. That's good detail.
Full S.
So what am I doing in here exactly? Does this just not go anywhere? I like the combat in this game a lot more. It's very engaging. The leveling system is interesting. I don't know how to make what to make of that so far.
How do you feel about the quote-unquote different classes?
I'd have to try them to know. It feels like a lot to take in. I think it's going to offer a lot of replay value though. Let's see. There should be like a map button. Oh, wait. This is where I can like change my sidearms, isn't it? Okay, so the reason why I'm not knocking them up is I have to do this, and then... Wait, no. So that's just downward strike into a stinger combo. But I have to do back to knock them up. Gotcha. But what am I doing here exactly? Let's go through here again. Maybe I missed something in here. I'm not opposed to using the wiki if I need to.
This sucks.
Sylvanie, could you actually tell me what I'm supposed to do next? Like, could you look that up?
In the game? What are you stuck on specifically?
I'll tell you the mission name.
Okay. Do you not know how to proceed?
No.
You're on mission 1 or 2.
What's mission 2?
Mission 2 is Dante's Awakening.
It's the. I think it
So-
might. There'll be the one after that. It's the one after you fight the
It's called the
Gigapede.
Blood Link.
It might be mission 2.
So you did just beat Hell Wraths, right?
What are those? Are those the flying blood bats?
No, wait. Those are different guys. Wait, hold on. Those are the guys that carry big fireballs on their back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I think you're on mission...
Most recently, I
enough.
beat the Jester. I did fight him.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Oh wait a minute, I might have found it. I found it. Never mind.
Okay, never mind. You're good. I was gonna say, because you're way further than I thought you were initially. Dude, I thought golden apples they throw my gold. I take that back. These fucking piglin traders he throw my gold way faster. I'm trying to trade to get more copies of Soul Speed. Holy shit, this shit is expensive.
I know I saw a shiny item around here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. That path in the middle will probably take me to it. Wait, there it is. I see it. Ah. So I need to use that to get the... But what's this thing take me to? Oh, is it just fast travel? Nice. I'm not fighting those little bird things again. I need to run. Oh, cool. There's actually stuff going on in here now. I don't remember how to get into that room, though. I don't think I go through... I think I just have to backtrack to a different door. I think I just went through the wrong set of doors. God, they're not making it easy to remember which is which. They're just color-coded. This is why I don't play Resident Evil, man. All I know is how to swing my sword like a caveman. I don't know anything else.
Dude, I feel that.
Oh my god, this place got way more gorgeous after I put that, astral whatever, astral board in, like, this whole place lit up. And this is the start of the game? I feel like I've seen giant glowing spinning gears before, though. Does that originate from this game? What originally, like, everything's derivative, I know, but, like, what was the big inspiration for that? Who did it better?
This has to take a lot of these early 2000s games have to be taking inspiration from games that take inspiration from other games. I wonder who started the waterway stuff, who started the whole like fucking Christian / Catholicism aesthetic with the cathedrals of stone and panes of glass and stained glass and shit. Like, who did this? Who did that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really makes you wonder. Dude, I wish they taught classes on this shit, man.
They probably do when it comes to like game design and stuff. Like, I got an intro to music history. I want, like, music appreciation that talks about music history. I want to learn, like, video game history, because this stuff is fascinating. How long could I have done that for? Wait a minute. I don't like the... You can't put the entrance next to like 6 statues and just call it the living statue room. That has a lot of uncomfortable implications.
Kind of uncomfortable implications. What are you on about?
I'm definitely going to be fighting all these things. They're having a lot more fun with Dante's attitude in this game.
I'm guessing he's becoming much more of a smart ass. Why did they make him look like a gruff old man in the new game, man?
I think he actually just gets older. Like, I think he has a kid.
Is that real? I just remember a lot of people were not a fan of that version of his design. But to be fair, if he has demon blood, having him age doesn't really make sense, especially if his design was kind of like the selling point of like his character, you know?
Oh, is this where the statues come to life? Oh, the statues didn't come to life.
I know, maybe I'm just jaded. Maybe I just want him to stay young forever, but I just feel like when they changed his nose shape too much as well, that was a big thing for me, dude. Like, aging him's fine, but having him become unrecognizable is kind of a bit eh.
It also doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, I think he's like demon blooded. Like, he definitely could have just stayed
Who
young
just said
forever in all
that?
their
Why,
games.
when he age, he is. I just said the demon blood. Like,
Yeah.
okay, there we go. So now I have found a way to automatically farm obsidian, happy gas.
Also, I just realized his voice lines, his voice sound effects are reminding me a lot of Sora from Kingdom Hearts. They make a lot of similar types of grunts and exclamations when they fight.
I
Ha.
feel like that was
Ha.
that's a very common thing for like combat games in general. Nasus does a lot of that. A lot of League of Legends characters do that. I think that's also like the thing is League of Legends characters. So that's the weird thing about League of Legends characters is a lot of them are designed to newer standard today. But I feel like that grunting and moaning thing when you find stuff, that's an aesthetic of a bygone era that they just keep implementing because it's always been that way.
And it's an era that I was very much liked, and I wish I could have experienced more of, like that old World of Warcraft vibe. I love that. All those runes and stuff, the dimly lit jungles, like, give me that. That's probably why I missed Twisted Tree Line so much. It was like one of the last remaining relics of that.
Yeah, I feel that.
I hope they add it back, and keep the old MOBA aesthetic at least. They can change all the voice lines and stuff because, you know, the lore with the Ruined Queen and stuff changed, but like, come on. They really like their use of primary colors here in this game.
Wait, excuse me, what just happened?
Are you good?
One of my my glasses just made a really loud crack, and then all of a sudden my lens just fell out of its frame.
Oh. Yeah, that would be very confusing, I imagine. A little disorienting.
Wait, are you not gonna go back in? Because I can't work without these, man.
Oh, that's strange.
Hello?
This will probably be the end of the mission, right? I am the combat adjudicator. Only technique Icy Cool can move me.
I pardon your finest fuck. Can someone explain to me why this is happening? Can someone explain to me why this is happening?
What was that voice line you made, my guy?
Hello?
Wait a minute. Was that him? Did he go, what? Anyways, enough of that. Is that an Iron Maiden? Nope, just a really, really weird looking door. Surge of Fortunas. These names are so made up. I get it's a video game and that's the point of it, but these names are so made up. Nobody went around and named every single door of this castle. I refuse to believe it. Also, whose castle was this? We killed the devil. Did it get passed down to Dante? Is that like his dad? I don't get it. Secret Mission 2, Untouchable. I don't want to do this.
Wait, why don't you want to do it? I thought you liked this game.
No, this is untouchable. I have to defeat all these enemies without taking a single hit. I suck at doing that. Secret mission failed. Wow. Yeah, I'm
We
good.
saw that one coming.
I'm very much an amateur hack and slasher. I'm here for the amateur experience in this game. Maybe if I were playing Kingdom Hearts, I'd be a different story, but no, I'm good. No, even Kingdom Hearts, no, I'm not doing hitless.
Bro, some Kingdom Hearts fights are very. It starts off as like, yeah, man, beating up the darkness with my fucking what they call it. Like, I don't understand, man. Kingdom Hearts starts off as like this 12-year-old on a beach beating up some fucking like, you know, shadow demons with his what's it called, his master lock, like 7500. And then it just escalates to, if you do not defeat this fucking unholy abomination out of hell mixed with this fallen angel, the whole world explodes. Like, the stakes go from 0 to 100.
I can't imagine the mental like duress
And that's
that
the
puts
first
on him.
world. Dude, that's the first world, by the way. That's the like, that's his
It's
home.
not just like
The home
a
he grew up on
shadow
and
demon
shit.
like money gang either. It's literally, it's a manifestation of all the evil in his heart. So imagine looking at the evil incarnation of you and saying, yeah, defeat this as a 10-year-old or your world blows up. Go through
And guess what?
5
His
years
world
of
will
therapy in a 5-minute battle or suffer.
That's also another thing. I feel like that's an approach that Steven Universe took that I feel like would make a lot more sense for a lot of the games we grew up watching. A lot of the characters we watch in these universes, like especially Aang, have to grow up incredibly fast. We never really consider the mental health implications that has on them.
Yeah. Okay, we get to a match. Oh, this is going to be a boss fight. No one names it the Firestorm Chamber and gives it its own theme if they're not going to put a boss in it. I pardon your finest what? Are they talking to me? Why are their mouths so animated? One tells truth, the other tells lies.
Enough already! How long are you two gonna keep carrying on like this?
He's so
You
impatient.
didn't get the hint. I'll spell it out. You're a guest. Wants to go through. Got it?
Oh. That's a really interesting way to subvert expectations. I wasn't expecting that. This is something I will say that I did not appreciate about the Kingdom Hearts genre. I like it when you give people the option to get more, like, abilities in their kit, but something I really don't like is when you put, like, very crucial, basic, like, combat abilities into someone's kit. Like, in Metal Gear Rising, you have to unlock a side dash attack, which is considered crucial to beating the game on anything above hard.
But is it optional to find that? Do you not actually get forced to find it?
Forced to find what?
So I'm asking your question. Let me repeat myself.
No, you don't find it. You buy it. I was confused because you said find. You level up. Like in this game, it's
Listen. I'm saying, just like Kingdom Hearts, though, it doesn't force you to find or get any.
oh
of these
no, I
resources.
see what you mean. Yeah.
So the problem being is you may not know that you're losing these fights because you're missing X, Y, or Z unless you just experimented over and over and over. I don't know. This is my problem with Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, so I see.
What you find later in the game were based on if you had like glide and stuff, and especially in some of the worlds you had to come back to. So the thing is you may be struggling in a fight you didn't know you needed like strike rate for, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh well, turns out glide, which you unlocked in World 3, you had to go back to World 2 and use that in a level you already played in order to find strike rate.
Yeah, so strike rate's more of a way to cheese the game, but that's the thing that I had an issue with in Metal Gear Rising. Is like,
you get my point. You get the concept.
yeah, in Metal Gear Rising, it's not forced upon you. It's not even told to you. So you could totally go the whole game like I did. I went my first 3 runs on that until I tried harder difficulties without knowing it was a thing until I started checking out some of the other abilities. I take issue with that because I'm like, that feels like a very important ability. Like, you have to unlock your air dodge as well, which I think if you're going to have a dodge in the air as an option in the game, that should be included by default. Now, in this game, I can make a bit more of an excuse for it. It doesn't annoy me as much because your character very clearly unlocks it by leveling up. So it's like... But that's the thing as well. That's also on Trickster. Like, it starts you off in Trickster and it recommends Trickster. So I guess I can forgive it there. But if you have, like, core moving mechanics built... Oh, that explains why there's a shop out here. If you have core movement and combat mechanics built into your character... Yes, informing the player as they unlocked him is a good thing to do, but the most essential one shall be unlocked by default and very heavily explained to you. I'm not saying this game didn't do that, but it feels like Metal Gear Rising, at least on the harder difficulties, kind of dropped the ball there. Though that could, again, just be me glazing over things too quickly.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, but do tell me, I want to know, are there any abilities in Kingdom Hearts, or not even just abilities, but are there any collectibles you felt like were unnecessarily unreasonably hard to find or get? I feel like one of them for me is the one in like Boogie Town or whatever it's called, like, you know, the Nightmare Before Christmas level. I feel like the fact that you can just miss a collectible forever because you didn't know it was there and then the level disappeared is kind of stupid.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
There's a part of the level that will permanently disappear after you defeat the
Oh yeah,
boss,
they
but
fixed
it
that in the
doesn't
version we
anymore.
have, but in the base Kingdom Hearts game, it's possible for you to miss that forever. Hey Vinny, you still there? Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna ask you a question. You can feel free to answer when you get close to your mic. But I was curious, how do you feel about games that like have like a boss, for example? It's a combat-focused game, and they have a boss where the boss is two enemies you fight side by side. How do you feel when you defeat one of those bosses and the battle just gets harder? Because I think if you defeat one of the two enemies in a two-boss battle, it should get easier to reward you for beating them. But I understand making it more difficult, like, makes the fight more interesting.
Okay. I feel so bad. I feel so bad.
Did you step on your dog?
It's so the worst.
What'd you do?
I was in the bathroom where I left the bathroom. I turned the light out and it was dark in my room. As I was walking by, I kicked something. I heard. I wasn't exactly angry, like what the fuck, and then I looked down. I realized I picked War Redman in the head while I was walking back in the bathroom.
No.
I woke him up and he freaked out. He's like, he wasn't super loud about it. Like, he was very muffled, so I can tell he just woke up. He was like, woo woo. And then he just laid back down because he realized it was just me. I felt so bad. I think he thought, like, he was under attack or something, and then he looked up, saw it was me, and then just laid back down. It was so bad. He was in such a cozy sleep, and I feel so bad.
Oh, please tell me I actually beat him.
see him.
Yes, I beat him. Nice. Agni and Rudra were their names. Wait, am I gonna take their swords? Oh my god, do these swords talk to me if I take them?
For someone stronger than us. Someone who can control us. My name is Agni. And my name is Rudra. You shall take us with you. We can be a great help to you.
He's thinking about it.
Okay.
No talking.
Condition.
What is it? Name it.
No talking.
No!
Fair enough. As you wish.
I will grant you this, Dante. Those are very cool swords.
Impressive.
What did he say?
No talking. Good.
That's no fun though. Like, they're so cool when they're so funny when they talk. Alrighty, yes. This is confirming my suspicions. You can only equip up to 2 different weapons for each weapon type. You can change equipment at the beginning of each mission as well as at any divinity statue.
Wait, I was curious. Wait, couldn't you change weapons at any point in time in the other game, like outside of combat?
Inside combat as well.
But you can't do that anymore.
No, but it's like you can quick swap weapons. I don't have to go through 3 menus to do it. So they're really doubling down on the you lock yourself into a play style.
That's fair. I think like being able to change your weapons mid-combat to have whatever you need exactly when you need it was a bit strong.
Wait,
I don't really play the game.
God, that's so satisfying, but there's not a lot of pellets that fly out. It's like a... Oh, it's a star shape of 5. It's fun. Doesn't seem like there's any random bullet spread. None on those either. But do I have the other weapons equipped? I do not. Can I equip them?
Come on, wimp.
What, did you say come on, wimp?
Man, the feelings would never recover if someone called me that.
Yeah, I know, right? Alright, I have to go to thing like they said. "31 minutes, good lord." Oh, hey, it's Motorcycle Lady. Man, they love introducing the foils to our character with the motorcycle.
Edgy way possible.
Both of the female, well, I don't want to call them like tags, I guess. Like, are they foils to Dante? I have no idea, but like just the people he interacts with, both of them have been introduced so far on motorcycles. Though I don't remember them giving the first one, Trish, a giant. What is that, a rocket launcher? Is that a rocket launcher with a bayonet on it?
Is it?
Look at it. It's got a knife strap to it. It's got like a spear strap to it.
You gotta tap back in this. Dude, this is so weird. This game really likes these explosions.
These action scenes are impressive.
The cinematography is what I really
Yeah,
like.
good lord.
I actually can't understand now. How did they get these cinematic shots? So the first thing is they have to animate these like fight sequences and stuff, right? But how do they do the cinematography for this? What kind of in-game recording system? I've always wondered about the different in-game recording system games use for cinematography, like League of Legends.
Yeah,
because
because you're right. They had to animate this, but then they also had to actually capture the shots. Interesting. God, I can't even imagine the storyboarding that goes into a fight scene like that. Oh, and she... No, wait, she didn't leave behind an S. She left behind a 6. Interesting. That's the second time they've zoomed in on, like, the... Not the gore, but, like, the... Well, I guess, like... Remains of someone's fight. Dante left an S. but she left a 6. And does that have to do with us being on mission 6, or is that because 666 because she's actually a devil? Like, or are they gonna make us think she's the devil again, like we got surprised with Trish, but then it actually turns out no, she's just a person.
I mean, if
No,
she
she's
is-
just a
if
human.
I always thought she was like your sister. If she is, wouldn't that mean she's a demon too?
Could be. I
I mean,
mean,
does she have any blood relation to you, or is that a no?
I have no idea the familial tree aside from we're related to Virgil.
I am the storm that is approaching. Like clouds in isolation. I still feel so bad for kicking my dog in the head. I feel so bad.
You should, you monster.
Bro, he was sleeping so good too, dude. He was fucking snoozing. I kicked him in the schnoz and he went roof roof.
Let's see, style.
Bro,
Not style. I want
still
to
can't
get my guns.
still can't believe I caught that fucking shirt at that concert. That was so fun.
That was really hype.
I feel so bad for dropping your phone, Diego. I'm so sorry.
Why? Nothing happened to it.
But if it did, dude, I don't know if breaking up, you not even done paying that phone off is the worst fucking part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, that's the price at the point at which it's like you get the phone repaired instead of just buying a new one.
Yeah, I never
But I
did
like
that with
how
my old
you-
Motorola's.
I like how you could record. Oh, I actually have a Motorola.
That's
by
the gun
way.
from the last game.
Take away. I actually have a Motorola. I'm not kidding. Anyway, I was gonna say I love this shot I got on your phone because you can see me just recording her throwing the shirt up, and it comes back down. Your phone just immediately gets dropped and starts falling to the ground.
Also, this is a cool one. I've never seen a game do this before, but like, if you just explore the 3D geometry of the map with the camera angles they give you, you'll get rewarded. Like, I stood on top of this statue trying to get this gun, and it gave me a bunch of red orbs. But the reason why I'm like so fixated on this gun is that's the secret gun that was hiding in the last game.
Holy shit! You've been streaming for an hour and a half so far.
Yeah.
This time flies when you play this game, but it is a good game. Also, I definitely think I'm taking PTO tomorrow.
Why?
I don't know. Yesterday stressed me out so much. I felt like I didn't have much of a weekend to begin with.
They wouldn't put a new
I'm
model
so
of that
smart.
gun in the game without allowing us to get it.
Where's the snarl? Bet you knew that. Silence, non-K being. And this is the one thing I like about Legends of Runeterra is it's got such top-tier voice acting.
What do you mean? There's a lot of things to like about it. You said that one thing. You could say your favorite thing, but I disagree if you say that's the one thing you like about it.
I feel
The
like
art's
game has a lot of
fantastic. The sound
problems.
design's fantastic. The character design is fantastic.
I feel like the game has a lot of problems. It has a lot of good, but it also has a lot of bad. I think one of the main problems that it has, and the reason why it's failing so much, is it's struggling how to define its monetization in a way that's good for the player base, but also good for the game's revenue. The thing is they've taken a very player-friendly monetization approach. It's very friendly to like earn game and crucial components to play, but that's why it's less profitable than games like Clash Royale or Hearthstone, where you have to buy additional cards or level your cards and stuff. It's very good for free-to-player model, and Riot's always good about being free-to-player friendly, but as a result, it's not very profitable, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I really like these weapons. I think I'm a fan of the weapons that focus on
Also-
AoE.
I don't know if you like idle like tactician games, but I definitely think you should give like Teamfight Tacticians a try. I don't play it super often, but I played it a few times and I really enjoy it. I think it's a fun game. But also, I will say something that I think is crazy is I've gotten so lucky with my rolls. I rolled once on my alt account. I got Jin unlocked, which is like, so if you didn't know, So in that game, they have different like tier of rarity for tacticians, and the like champion model tacticians, whether it's a chibi or a full scale model, those are the rarest versions. They're typically extremely hard to get, and you typically have to gacha roll for them. I've gotten 2 of them so far, and I haven't put any money into rolling for them. I love it.
Nice.
But yeah, like I was saying, Jin Unlocked is just like a full-size model of Jin, but something I love is that if you do his taunt on the board, he starts clapping, but if you press it again, it changes the tempo at which he claps, or rather it changes the note type. He initially clapped in whole notes where it's like 1, 2, or not whole, but quarter notes. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if you tap it again, it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if you do it again, it goes 1E and a 2E and the thing is though, I realized if you just spam the button, it just makes him clap like rapid fire, and it's really funny.
Your wisdom will be. Oh, this is just the this is just the riddle people put. Like it's like what has 4 legs when it's young, what has 2 legs when it's middle aged, and what has 3 legs when it's old. And it's just like it's a person. It's a human.
First off, the rule is what has 4 legs in the morning, what has 2 legs in the day, and then what has 3 legs in the twilight. And the answer is a man, because it crawls on all 4 as a baby, it stands on 2 in its middle age, and then it stands on 3, including a cane when it's old.
Yeah, this says your wisdom will be put to test in the chamber ahead. Use your lifetime experience, from the crawling infant to the man standing tall, and finally to the old man leaning on his cane. So it's gonna be just like 4,
This is
2, 3.
That's for the record. I'm pretty sure it's the riddle of the Sphinx, by the way.
Yeah, 4, 2, 3. Gotcha.
I will say
Nope,
something that's very
yeah,
interesting of
4.
3. Oh, so you have to go through the order of them of like the age. So you have to
2.
go top. Yeah, 4. It goes 4, and then it goes 2, and then 3. That was wrong.
I hope not.
I told you it was 4. Yeah, why do you think you're fighting enemies? It was clearly wrong, you idiot.
I started with 4, then I went 2.
No, you went into a 3, you idiot.
I went
just
to a
said that was
3.
3. Yes, you did. I told you it was 3. You didn't listen. The answer is not going to be 1. Just kill all the enemies. It's going to let you try again. Go through 4, 2, and then 3. My goodness.
I know.
I was wondering, like, Diego, why are you going in there? That's a 3 door. And then
I thought it was a
immediately
2.
enemies come
Okay.
back. It was not. It was not, my brother in Christ. It was not. I could be.
Right, I'm excited
Just
to use
like
this.
you.
Wait a minute. I doesn't make the glass shattering
Like
sound
it
effect when I
be
use it
just
anymore. This is
like
boring.
you. Oh, that is something I really like about Warframe is they have this one character that's glass oriented, and she has such good sound design with her glass abilities.
There it is. And that's 3. Gotcha. Essence of intelligence. I thought this was wisdom. I don't get it twisted. If D&D 5e's taught me anything, intelligence and wisdom are very much 2 different stats. There's a difference between someone
is
who's
something
book
gained
smart
by
and someone
age.
who's street smart.
Yeah, literally. It's not necessarily an age, it's just by experiencing things. You can gain wisdom not necessarily by growing older. You can gain it by growing older, and you usually do because you experience things, but choosing not to experience things also just leads to lack of wisdom.
It said I have to light all the lights.
guess
I have
this
to
is
keep
where the
all of
Resident
these
Evil
lights
part of the
lit.
game has started to definitely shine through.
Oh, are they invincible until I turn the lights on?
Oh, they are, for sure. It's almost on. There you go, it should be on, right? Though you're taking so much damage. Bro, this shit is such a scam and this is so unprofitable.
I hear buses going outside. Is that for kids going to school? Probably.
Probably it is.
Ah,
Monday, right?
school. I
No,
remember
it's
when
Tuesday.
I was a part of it.
Man, Lawson literally told us, he was like, I was asking what it was like to get older. He's like, oh man, when you're older, you'll realize how quickly high school and time flash. I'm like, nah, it feels like the same forever. Like, you'll understand when you're older, and I do now.
Yeah.
Just like that man who says your youth will be like thrown on a wave gone before you know it. Man, that's gonna be so true one day.
Okay, I should have expected that. I'm not a fan of this trial. God dang it. I was so close
You
to
die.
finishing it.
There you go, now you died. I was about to say, it looked like you're close enough. You definitely died.
Time for a combat mechanic nobody asked for, scheduled invulnerability. You hate it in boss fights, and I hate it in trial chambers too. It's like the combat game equivalent of ice in a platformer level. Nobody asked for it, nobody likes it. I'm tempted to say underwater levels too, but some games have decent underwater levels like Mario.
Nah, dude, I don't think I've ever played a game where I like underwater levels on God. Like,
I'll tell you
that's
a game I
Mario
played where I
Kart,
didn't like
yeah.
underwater levels. That was Sonic. Turned the game into a horror game.
Fucking, what do you mean turn into a horror game?
You've never played a
Music?
Sonic game, so you don't know, but
Is it
I
the
actually
music?
have
Is
played
it the
Sonic
music?
games.
Is it the music? Is it the music?
It's the music mostly when you're about to drown, but also like your movement doesn't feel good underwater.
That's fair enough.
He was built to run, not swim. I'm pretty sure it's canon that he can't even swim.
Sonic franchise has produced some bangers though. Sonic Boom was one of those bangers.
Yeah. Sonic Colors wasn't bad. But trying to replay it when you're an adult and the announcer's just yelling in your ears, good, great, awesome, amazing, outstanding! It feels like I'm playing like I don't know, I feel like I'm playing a shoutcaster version of Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. But instead of a bam, 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 it, dan, 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 I'm just hearing a grown man screaming in my ears, you know? Nobody asked for this!
You really don't like that scheduled invulnerability, do you?
No, I hate it in boss fights and I hate it here. Alrighty. Alrighty. The next room's just gonna be a combat room, and if it doesn't have that invulnerability, which I don't think it will be, it'll be kind of fun. The essence of fighting.
Man, I didn't know mouse. This one's been going out for a while.
I knew keyboard. My combo button doesn't work, and I've kind of just accepted that, but it makes me sound like a lunatic whenever I try to type a sentence with more than 15 words in it. Excuse me?
So glad that I fucking pinned the comment our chat. I feel like I need to make a bingo list for the kind of shit you see in these levels, and one of them is just spikes in any shape, way, shape, or form.
Spikes, wall spikes, roof spikes, rotating spikes, jumping spikes, spike enemies, bombs, bomb traps.
You'd be surprised how many people in the early 2000s like spikes.
Yeah. Nope, I refuse to
Shut
fight.
your ass up.
Oh, now the spikes turn off. Can I get the spikes back on, please?
To be fair, if those enemies were immune to the spikes, it'd be 10 times as annoying.
Good point. We'll keep the spikes off, please.
Don't give them any ideas. Like, don't give them any ideas, Vinny, please.
Yeah.
Feels like, you know what? Maybe the spikes aren't so bad. I mean, maybe the spikes off isn't so bad.
So, what do I do now that I've passed those? Oh, wait. Do I put them in there? That looks like a place where I put them. But I want to take a look at them and read them first. Don't taunt the angel statue. She's going to smite me. I am a devil. That's something they take, like, pride in doing. Not technically adorable. You just have demon blood.
Clearly you didn't read the source material. I will say, you know how I told you I disabled like most of the features that it tell me I'm on fire in Minecraft?
Yeah.
It's kind of both like a blessing and a curse, because sometimes I just won't know I'm taking damage because my screen isn't shaking and I'm not on fire. I mean, I am on fire, but it doesn't look like I'm on fire, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wait. This is going to open the way forward. If I put 3 in, I get the gun, don't I? Oh my god. Artemis. Oh, it looked like the alien gun. I guess it isn't. But surely, I mean, they probably can't keep that in this game. It was basically just like a rip from, the Alien movie.
What alien movie? What are you talking about?
Have you seen the old gun? It's basically, like, in Devil May Cry 1, I think there were, like, 4 guns you got. You got your basic guns, you got your shotgun, you got... Oh, no, I forgot. You got the underwater gun. Then you've got the grenade launcher, and then there's a secret final gun you could get... You could get it early, but I think you get given it near the end of the game anyways once you go into the underworld. But it's basically just like if you took the head off the alien from the Alien franchise and used that as a gun. It's hard to explain.
I think my favorite type of gun in any video game franchise ever, especially pixel gun, is always the
Pump shotgun in particular. Pump shotgun is by far my favorite.
I will say there is one in Sons of the Forest, and there's nothing quite like getting ran up on by a cannibal in the middle of the night. They start going, woo, woo, and then they fuck up my blueberry, so I pull out a 12 gauge shotgun capable of turning them into fucking mincemeat. blow a fucking hole in the sternum of the first guy. The third one starts running, and I mow him down after he gets about 60 feet away anyway, because it's the most broken gun mankind has ever created.
So what I'm hearing is I have to backtrack to a time statue. That's annoying.
Statistically wise, we can agree the shotgun's like the strongest gun, right?
Yes. I mean, that's like a... You don't even have to say... I'm pretty sure it's a quote of guy who's way funnier than me. The shotgun is God's gift to humanity if the return gift is just sending people back to meet God. Like, I think shotguns in general are just stupidly overpowered in modern combat. I hear that people are still waiting on God to drop the patch notes where they nerf the shotguns, but it hasn't happened.
They're just not broken.
They really are. Oh, wait.
They so fucking are, by the way.
Oh, cool. He sounds so angry when he
think
uses this one.
This may sound stupid, but I also think a reason why a lot of video games started taking futuristic approach to graphics, and this is going to sound like a stupid take, but it's because, as far as I'm concerned, they couldn't handle being creative.
Yeah, no, it's like easier to just say, hey, let's make this number of pixels on a screen go up instead of thinking of like creative styles.
I mean, think about that in the concept of, what was I gonna say? Think about that in the concept of Hi-Fi Rush, for example. It's a game that was released in a modern age where many AAA game developers are trying to go hyper-realistic with their graphics. I mean, even Kingdom Hearts went that way, but it still performed fairly well and established a video game that I think is a very unique experience that not many hack and slashes reach nowadays. Like, I feel like a lot of games in that genre kind of struggle to define an identity for themselves, and Hi-Fi Rush executed on that really well. With its bright and vibrant graphics and its funny references to, like, you know, like the JoJo's Bizarre Adventures guy, like the references to media, but also their puns on names. It was very much a game built around making fun of itself and not taking itself seriously, and it performed really well, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the first time I've ever seen someone reload a gun in this game. In both
I
games,
wish more
actually.
games did that. Yeah, usually they just shoot an endless fucking spew of bullets, don't they?
Go to hell.
You point a gun.
Yes, this 9mm went through 82 rounds before I had to reload. Make it make sense.
So her father is a
Only family
demon?
I ever had was my mother.
Your
I mean,
own
we don't know
kid,
that this
your
guy
dear
isn't a
papa.
human.
You
He has to be a demon because he says that your own kin.
after all. It was I who gave you your name.
What is your name? Oh, she's the girl who's trying so hard to be good, but she's got evil in her. Oh, that is a horrifying
It was
angle.
I who gave you your name.
Jesus.
He threw a book in her face.
She grazed his cheek. Oh, we're gonna fight that guy, aren't we? Are we gonna catch her? No, I guess she just falls to her death. Crazy. We ain't seen her in Devil May Cry 5.
What was that outro? Just bullet shots to the screen.
That's
Mission clear.
that's
And
how
we're not
all
gonna
the
answer
missions
that.
end.
That's not my point. It's like we're just gonna end on that.
I guess, like,
I like how whatever X, Y, or Z person dies. Well, guess we're not seeing them in fucking
Devil May Cry
Devil May
5.
Cry.
Dude spits in Dante's face, pauses the game. He's not gonna be in Devil May Cry 5. Oh, we are gonna catch her. Cool. Or is she gonna fall on us like Kingdom Hearts style? Nope, we caught her.
Or just casually walking by, like.
He
might
said,
as
"This is
well,
my
right?
kind of rain." Damn.
Let me go.
Let you go?
Bro, I didn't know he was a womanizer. That's crazy.
Waste if you ended up as just a pretty stain.
Let you go. Yeah, you'll die if that's the case.
Why'd she shoot us?
Bro, why is he hitting on her? Because he said it'd be a waste if he ended up as just a pretty stain.
What the hell was that for? Here I am trying to help you, and you should-
Exactly. What is your deal, girl? She
She has
shot him
issues.
again.
Yeah, well, here I am trying to help you, and you thanks about shooting me. Yeah, she's a real bitch for some reason.
Could you please?
Yeah, like that's the real answer to have. Like Dante, she should be a prick.
So he's a demon too.
Man, you should have let her fall. Fuck that girl.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think I've got rotten luck.
But she's gonna remember this kindness. Oh, she's just mad because he's a demon.
I guess
Because
she's
they
literally
got
the
that rotten
Nami.
luck with
She's
the women.
she's his Nami. I get it. She's just gonna shoot anything that's evil, but then she has to learn the difference between right and wrong. Like,
Luffy, help me.
Exactly.
Help me.
and then she's gonna find out. Wait, your dad saved our world? No, that can't be true. And then he just like
But
puts
he's
her
a
in a
demon.
chokehold. Exactly. He's a demon.
All demons are bad. Racism.
Racism. It makes for interesting character development. Blah.
I mean, it did wonders with Sokka, but instead of racism is like misogyny.
Yeah,
Because
and
I
then
don't think it's bad to have a flawed character in that regard, especially when they come from a culture that kind of just propagates that kind of belief. Because it shows that just because that's the kind of place that you came from, those kind of beliefs that were instilled in you, doesn't mean you're not capable of changing for the better. It doesn't make you a bad person initially. It's just kind of what
Why-
you were raised to believe.
why does it not surprise me that this guy has bad luck with women? Like, he is pretty much just like a teenager put in a man's body.
I mean, for the record, he's just a womanizer. Did you hear the way he's talking? Like, man, this is my kind of rain. Like, he's
Yeah.
talking about her like she's an object. He's not talking like her. Like, that's the problem. Is like, I get it. He doesn't have a lot of experience with women, but the thing is he should be checking on her. Like, hey, are you okay? Or like, what's happening? Do you need help? But instead, he's like, man, it'd be a shame to let you go to waste. Like, ew, man. I
Yeah.
get why he has rotten luck with women now. It reminds me of that episode of Mordecai and Rigby where they're trying to help Party Horse with his girlfriend, and he's like, jewelry and chocolates, man. And then she's like, he comes back and he's like, man, that didn't work at all. Why not? That always works. He's like, well, that's because you're treating her like she's just like every other woman kind of deal. You need to treat her like she's special and unique, which is how you should just treat anybody.
That's fair.
You-
Oh, holy water. Alright, Dante, what you're going to do with that holy water is you're going to go find a closed off room. You're going to go take a bath, okay? That's your first step. Second
Holy
one,
water is a
drop
great
that
fucking song.
slander you call, what was it? Like, I don't even know what you call it. It's like, I'm not going to say the R word. I refuse.
What's the R word? Is it the gamer word I like to use?
No, it's the word that people
Riz.
usually use to refer to as charisma.
Riz.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah, his Riz needs work, dude.
Yeah, it does. How's a guy this cool have this much trouble talking to someone like they're a person?
To be fair, a lot of cool guys tend to struggle with talking with women.
Do they?
Because think about what your definition of cool is. In our words, someone who's cool is someone who looks like aesthetically pleasing and has like things that they're particularly good at, right? Is like a skill. His skill is he's good at fighting and stuff, and that's really cool to us because he's like really good at it, right? But that's not necessarily a trait that's defined as being good with the ladies. You would define that person differently. You'd say they're very empathetic, sympathetic, or they're very down to earth, but that's not a trait that's inherently cool. You think that makes them a good person, not a cool person, you know what I mean?
The fuck?
Because being cool doesn't necessarily mean being a good person, and likewise, being a good person does not necessarily mean being cool. You get what I'm putting down?
Yeah. I feel like he's never gonna lose that bit of rogue-like charm to him, though. Like, he gives me Akshan vibes. Like, he's definitely the type of guy who gets slapped by a woman 3 times a day, and that's not going to change, no matter how old he gets.
I don't think he means bad. But he did just say I have wrong luck with the woman instead of this particular woman. He is just looking for women instead of looking for a woman.
Yeah.
Which I think is
Which
the
fair.
problem,
I think
because
that response he gave us is the only response we need to know why he's struggling.
and it's fine, but you have to understand is that he's kind of like I don't know much about his dating life and what his expectations are, but it almost sounds like he's looking for a woman, any woman. He's not looking for the woman, and I'm not saying that as in like there's the one for anyone. No, my point with that being is like he's not looking for a relationship. He's looking for any relationship. He just wants a woman, period, and that can make it feel like, I don't know, that they're not really people, just like you're looking for a commodity more than anything. I think that's kind of the problem. He needs to treat her with a little bit more respect than that, is what I'm saying. That's kind of like the vibe I'm getting, at least. I don't know. I don't know Dante and his expectations for relationships all that well. I do think it's also done more for the humorous intent. They don't really have him as a fully fleshed out character, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Which does make me curious how he's going to develop as a character in Devil May Cry 5. All I know is there's a few funny scenes. I've seen like a few frames of them. I'm very excited to find. I'm also excited to see my PC crash when I try to run it because of how high quality it'll look. Even though that game came out like 10 years ago, I think. Like, I'm pretty sure the game I'm playing right now is a PS3 game.
No, I'm pretty sure this was a PS2 game, right?
This? No, God, no. No! No!
No, when was this game released? Wait, tell me the name of this game.
Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening.
Come on, wimp.
Okay, I'm gonna look this up now because I am really curious. Let's see. Devil May Cry 3. ...2005 action game. Yeah, this was made for the PS2, Diego. It was released by Capcom for the PS2.
This was a PS2 game?
Also, for the record, do you know which order this is in the series?
This game?
Yeah.
This is after Devil May Cry. Wait a minute. What the heck
No,
did
it's
Devil...
not. Diego, this is a prequel, apparently. This is a prequel to the original game you played featuring a younger Dante.
Oh, cool.
This is a decade before the events of the first game in an enchanted tower called the Temen Ni. I'm not pronouncing it away. I'm not pronouncing that. Holy shit, not on stream, dude. Diego, look at this name and tell me you're brave enough to say that on stream. Diego, look in Discord and tell me.
Yeah, no, so this is we're gonna call it the Temenin Square Tower for short, but that's wild. This is a PS2 game?
This is a PS2 game.
Damn!
This is pretty good for a PS2 game. I know, right?
What the hell are we
Apparently this-
doing with our modern, like, gaming budgets, man? Like, how
Is the
much
game
money
follow-
did they
wait, hold up.
pour into GTA 6?
For the record, this game features you trying to stop your twin brother Virgil from opening a portal to a demon world, and that's about the long and the short of the story.
Yeah, I'm aware.
This-
Like, I got the footnotes from the first couple cutscenes they gave us. But, like, dude, that's wild. You're telling me I could have been playing this at the same time as Kingdom Hearts? Dude, that was a hack and slash renaissance, man.
PS2 made a lot of strides. Holy shit.
Yeah, damn. I'm guessing each one of these like levels has a shard of Orichalcum. Okay, so this is how I got out here in the first place. God, see, this is why I don't play Metroidvanias, man. I'll make an exception for this flashy gameplay, but this is why I don't play Metroidvanias. I don't have the memory for it. Maybe there's a way forward in here. Like, there's a library in here. Whose library is this? Whose castle is this? Probably questions will... God, the ambience in this game almost reminded me of Devil May Cry 1 for a second. I was, like, getting flashbacks.
I mean, to be fair, they were made in a very similar time period. And think about how quickly they pop these games out, too. Like, a lot of the modern games you see nowadays, to get a sequel that's of the same quality of the previous game, takes a decade, maybe less, but, like... This game released only like a few years after the first. It makes me wonder why the games released nowadays take so long, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would also attribute that once again to them needing like unique graphics and all that. I mean, I do also feel like it is worth saying that this game clearly, I'm not saying this game is the same quality of enjoyability as the games we have nowadays, right? I'm just saying like, I feel like sometimes a lot of video games put their budget or their time into the wrong area. They're not focused on what's important, you know what I mean? Which is making a good game. They're focused on making a pretty game, not a good game per se. No, bad.
What?
Nothing, I'm just mining for netherite. I fucking ran to a lava wall.
Skullspire, this seems new. Wait, what if we just didn't fight these things? Oh boy, more combat. Ooh, the sun's up.
Yeah, in real life it is up. I had to put my sheet back on my window and close the window because it's
Who
getting
the heck
earlier.
are
This also
you?
means-
I feel
Holy
like I've
shit, this
seen
is
a card
beautiful
like you in
cutscene
Wizard
now.
101.
What? I've seen you before. Have you ever heard of Wizard 101?
Have you heard of the greatest card deck building game of our century?
Unironically, that is an MMO. That is like, that's the thing about it. I've heard, so I don't know if you watch his videos. There's a YouTuber who does really good reviews on MMOs and what makes a good MMO and a bad MMO. And he talked about his problems with that game, but he says the interesting about it is it's one of the few MMOs he's seen where it's one game disguised as another. And in his opinion, it's just a neat little trading card game disguised as an MMO, which is, I would say, the best way of describing it. It is a really, really fun card game. But, as Psycho said, one of his main gripes with the game is just the random fizzle mechanic that has very little reason or rhyme behind why it happens. If you didn't know, cards just have a % chance to fizzle, and there's really little other reason to explain than that for why it happens, which is really frustrating. But other than that, he did say it's a very good game, which I like. Also,
Wait,
of course,
what?
The dreaded, like, paywall. Are they fighting with the fucking Iron Maiden?
Yeah, but I did something cool. Wait. Oh, they won't let me do it now. Fine.
Man, you lose style so quickly in this.
Yeah, you have to be fast.
Man, I want to listen to a good song now.
Finally, that fight felt like it lasted forever. What are they, a mermaid? Some weird looking creature. Oh yeah. Calms even the most ferocious of flames. Oh, is this how I get into that fire door on the lower floor? Probably. Only a technique imbued with magic essence. Is that my primary weapon or is that Devil Trigger? Yes, this is how I go into that bottom floor. It's crazy that this building has an elevator. But before we do that, let's see if that is my weapon I'm supposed to be using up there. Change equipment. Let's go for... Let's try out Artemis in our offhand. Let's put Rebellion back up here because I really do not like those blades. Maybe I'll unlock some more weapons for him, but not right now. So Artemis just permanently stays on my arm. Honestly, I might just unequip that for how awful it looks. This is a game about style. You can't be changing my style like that. Where's the elevator? Is it right here? There it is. The way things just stop moving whenever you go up and down lifts, it does give me very much Kingdom Hearts vibes. Ah, yep, it is my weapon.
Dude, I really want to like get a server in my house. If for no other reason than to have it as like a media thing. What's the word I'm looking for? To use it for like storing media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To archive media, because I'm so sick of media being destroyed and deleted by people like online instead of preserving it. Whether it's a gaming company that's like actively seeking to take down ROMs and ports, like, or whatever else have you will. The preservation of media has always been something that's kind of important to humankind with physical text and stuff, but I feel like digital media kind of gets overlooked with how easy it is to, like, miss. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I feel like digital media isn't preserved to the degree that it should be or treated with the respect that it should be.
God, you require a high style level. God dang.
Yeah, I really wish you got into netherite mining in this game because my most profitable venture so far has been just farming netherite.
Why? Why? God, this is so frustrating. I'm losing my mind. Okay, wait. I'm just gonna let my... I'm gonna let it reset completely. Okay, wait. Got it, finally. Jesus Christ. That took way too long. I had to get the maximum style value hitting a single target. I did use my gun once. That's probably on me, but jeez, that took ages. Well, it definitely helps me understand the style system a little bit more, and it helped me learn a couple moves I forgot I had. Man, like my hand was starting to get tired doing that. It's also tougher because it's like I'm the weapon. I'm the technique adjudicator, so like you can only use one weapon to generate. That is like, it's tough. Oh yeah, bullets wouldn't have worked. It was just one weapon. Dang. This is probably going to be a very important door, probably a boss fight, because this has been here and it's been on fire since the start of the game. Cursed Skull Chamber, what? Interesting. I'm going to pause right here. I'm going to take a break to go get some water. I'll be back in like 5, okay?
No worries, take your time.
Alrighty, I'm back.
What? Welcome back. Nice.
Alrighty, let's see, where were we? Oh yeah, I'm about to get my butt kicked by these things that look like that weird green dude from Street Fighter. That's the same exact hairstyle he's got.
Blanca, I think his name was?
Yeah.
Or something like that. God, I remember our mom had like that game installed on a phone. It was so weird.
Yeah.
I forgot that they had like a mobile version of that game in the early 2000s. Not 2000s, but 2000s. Yeah, that makes sense.
I hate the sarcophagus guys because they can't be staggered. Oh, there was healing orbs right there!
That's funny.
Wait a second, I think there's an ability I wanted that I can unlock. First, I'm unequipping this gun. I don't like it.
Sonic's whole deal is being the fastest and being super fast, but could you imagine if there was like, it's kind of like an episode where he starts losing his touch, kind of like how McQueen had to deal with not being the fastest car anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd like to see the character development that comes as a result of that, because I feel like sometimes Sonic relies too much on being smart, but I feel like there's got to be more to him than that. He's got to be crafty in some regard.
I can learn air hike, but I think I actually wanted to learn revolver level 2.
I want to learn Thunderclap level 6.
So let's see, what is
Yeah,
that
I want
look
to
like?
play more D&D so bad.
Me too. But it'll be a week.
Why must we wait so long, brother?
We do what we must. Brother.
Do you not yearn, brother?
I do.
Then why torture us so?
Play your desires, all in due time.
It had a clue.
Why are these sarcophagus guys so tanky? Just die! I've hit S rank almost twice in this fight. Just die! Finally, jeez. They send another one my way? Who asked for this?
Bro, I don't think you're enjoying the level, big dog.
I just don't like some enemies, okay?
That's okay. You're allowed to dislike them.
It's
No,
partially
it's
because they're
easier to
impossible to
fight them.
stagger. These creatures, unless it's a shotgun
like, by the
weakness,
way-
wait.
The best thing about designing a good NPC in video games, I feel like it's very hard to strike a chord where it's satisfying to fight, but also not too easy. Because if it's too easy, it feels kind of like a waste of your time. But if
I
it's
was
too
full
hard-
health!
If it's too hard, you kind of want to avoid them at all costs. It's kind of how I feel about character design in League of Legends, where I feel like they struggle to hit a niche of like not making the characters so annoying, but not making them too easy at the same time. You know what I mean?
Wait, I think the people are here. I'll be right back.
Man, he's got to put his cats up now that I think about it. Oh, why the people be here? It's 8. They wouldn't be here at 8. Right? Really, right?
I'm back once again.
Were the people here?
Unfortunately, not yet. Not yet,
I was gonna
unfortunately.
say, that made no sense. I was gonna say that made no sense to me because I looked at the time like, wait, it's only 8 a.m. They can't show up until 9:30.
Yeah.
So is it just mail
After
or
I finish
something?
this level, I think I'm gonna take a break from Devil May Cry. I'm playing for like a few hours, I think.
That is a good spot to stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Just take a break from that. Maybe turn off the stream and then just take a break for now.
Yeah. I'm
Maybe do some
dead.
moves then. What are your thoughts on the game so far after this session?
I'm gonna just end my session here. I'm gonna give some thoughts,
Do you
but
have any closing thoughts? Yeah.
oh yeah, because I just don't think that I'm. Oh wait, is that actually a death screen? Crazy! I can't remember the last
Rest in
time I've seen a
peace.
game with a death screen. Holy crap!
I don't feel like enough games have a death screen.
Yeah. It's also really funny how he just kicks the camera. My thoughts. I think the combat is much better than Devil May Cry 1. I'm not going to reference Devil May Cry 2 here. Devil May Cry was a flop in so many ways, and I don't even know all the ways because I couldn't be bothered to finish it.
Maybe still try it just so you can rag on it and also give it credit where credit may be due, if at all.
That could be fun if I just do one day where I play a little bit of Devil May Cry, and the only thing I do there is I just yell at it the entire time. But I mean, I think the soundtrack is a little bit better, but that's not saying much. Soundtrack in the first game was nothing to write home about, but the character acting is there's a lot more humor. The characters
we
are.
need to, wait, hold on. I just want to say this real quick. We need to finish watching the video of, is this Kingdom Hearts music or is this the Weather Channel music?
Yeah, I that was a very fun watch.
I know who the fuck thought that was a good video, but they are a genius, my
Yeah.
man. That person is a genius.
Stop trying to give me a cutscene. I like that it has like arcade games. I'm trying to gather my thoughts. I don't know.
They do passive cut screens while you're waiting to play the game.
Yeah,
That's such an arcade thing, dude. Holy shit.
it is. Yeah, I don't like this pose for Dante at all. When they decide he just gets a Chad jawline,
I like this pose. It's not too bad.
this might not be Dante, but he's dressed just like him.
That is Louis Dante. What are you on about that, man?
Look at his
totally
jaw.
disagree.
Like, look at his jaw
There's some
here.
artistic liberty, God forbid.
Look at him there. They're not the same person. It's a complete different facial structure and nose. Artistic liberty. That's more like a. That's just a character liberty at that point. It's a different dude.
Yeah, by the way, I don't know if you heard, but a lot of people just don't like the Shyvana rework. They think that the champion is just way less fun to play. They think the visuals are amazing, but she's just way less fun to play.
I believe it. Let's see. I'm excited to see where this game goes. I think the cutscenes so far have been very entertaining. I think Dante's interactions with the other characters have been entertaining, especially the new characters that he's given us. The only character I don't like so far is just the girl who hates people. Like, because again, she gives me Nami vibes, and that's the thing I couldn't stand about Nami. It's such a hypocritical vibe. Like, she does bad things, but it's okay because she's not a bad person. I'm like, there's no difference between demons and people, and it's like it feels like it's a tired trope. All is me. It's like not a tired trope. It's a trope I personally don't like. I don't like that. It's gonna make it much more satisfying when we see her get humbled by Dante, but in the meantime, I can still be very mad about it.
And that's the thing about Nami, is a lot of people are like, oh my god, this bitch. But like, because they got so sick of it so quickly.
Exactly. That's exactly what I am right now. I'm like, I get it.
As
You
said,
hate
I think
devils.
when you- Wham, wham, wham. Type shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you just get so over it so quickly.
But I do appreciate that he's just like, whatever, screw you. You're not even worth the trouble. He just like he just drops her.
He drops her and fucks off, which is so real.
Yeah. Like, even if he was a little bit rude to you, he did just save your life. even if you don't think you need the help. But yeah, I could rant about it all day. I won't.
He had good intentions too, above all else. I feel like the intentions were good.
I feel like the combat's much better. I want to see more of the humor though, because this game opened really strong. This game opened with you eating pizza and then continuing to eat pizza while you fight off like 10 demons. And you even start the fight by like punching a jukebox and getting it to work again. It was awesome.
Fonzie type shit. Yeah, no, I do feel like adding character into these characters by giving those scenes where they like showcase their attributes and their flaws. I think we need more of that, like hearing that he struggles with the ladies, something we never would have guessed. Let's develop on that a little bit more. Adds more depth to them and makes them feel like more, not human, but that makes them feel like less than one note characters. Like, oh, he's just a cool edgy dude, he has flaws.
Yeah.
And he's not a perfect person, but no one is. And also segues into a good way to develop lore, I feel like.
Anyways, I think this is a good place to end stream. I think I'm going to be continuing to play this game on stream. I'll probably try to stream like once or twice a week, but I'm not going to try to force it. If I have the time for it, I will.
Alright, that's a good idea.
If I have time for it tomorrow, like assuming my sleep schedule, I manage to get back on track because I work night shift. I'm giving context mostly, but if I am on tomorrow, it'll probably be like around the same time, like near when I'm going to be going to bed. I'm probably not going to go to bed quite yet, though. I'm probably going to go get something to snack on and then just watch YouTube for an hour. But this was a lot of fun.
You don't want to play anything until the people show up?
No, honestly, I'm just going to say F it. If they show up and do an inspection, they can deal with the cats. As long as they don't let them out.
No,
because as Ari made a good point about, it is completely unrealistic to assume that either somebody's here and ready to like let them in for
this is
like
specifically why they said in your note, make sure your animals are locked up.
Yeah, but it'd also be really
told
cruel
you-
to keep my animals in a cage for like 8 hours.
But it's a one-day thing out of like twice a year.
4 times a year. They said once a quarter.
No. That's the bug spray thing.
Oh, okay. Anyways,
I'm talking about the inspection.
we're getting off track, so I'm gonna end stream here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye-bye.